everyone. Welcome, welcome. We're so excited to have you. I see it's almost 500 people watching. We're so excited. If you can hear me, can you drop a one in the chat? If you can see me, drop a one in the chat. Let's see if everything's working. It's all good to go. Great. Awesome. I would love to know while we're waiting a few more people to come in, where are you from? Where are you calling in from? I'm in Spain right now. I'm usually from the United States, but I'm in Spain right now. So, who are my neighbors? Where are you all calling in from? Would love to know. Would love to know. So excited. Yeah, we see those ones. I'm glad you can hear me. I'm glad you can see me. Let's see where you're calling in from. Yes. Okay. Oh, it says blurry. Okay, let's see if we can fix that. Miami, nice. France, love it. Texas, shout out to Texas. Italy, Colombia, Utah, Houston, Chicago, Nigeria, Canada, California, India. Hola from Spain, Northwest Arkansas. My family is out there. Oh, we have people for Sweden, North Cyprus, Mexico, Alabama. I'm a little biased towards Alabama. I'm from Georgia, so I have to say it. Go dogs, okay? Nice. Turkey, Canada, Portugal, Ireland. So excited. Let's jump right into the build competition opening ceremony. Are you pumped? If you're pumped, put an emoji in the chat. I want to see it. Let's go. All right, let's quickly. I want to introduce myself. My name is Talisha White, and I am the lead here at Lovable. What does a community lead do? It talks with the community, talks with users, gets them hyped up, plans hackathons, meetups, and events. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn, on Twitter. I always want to talk to people from the community. Yes. So our agenda today, we already did our welcome and introduction. Let's talk about the competition overview and rules. Then we'll have a word from our sponsors, and then we'll end the night with a Q&A. If you have a question, put it in the chat with a Q and a colon. That way it's easy for us to see the question and answer it. Again, if you have a question, put it in the chat with a Q and a colon. That way it's easy for us to identify the question and answer it. Right. So let's dive right in. I know what you all want to know. What do I win if I win? Let's talk about those competition tracks and those prizes. Now, the big prize, the overall winner, they're going to win $10,000 in cash and $2,000 in extra prizes. Now, this is chosen by the jury across all of the different tracks. So, the overall winner is across the startup, something 2.0, and website. Your individual tracks, you have startup, something 2.0, and website. They each win $5,000 in cash plus an additional 1.5K in extra prizes. Now, your last one is the people's choice. Now, this one is exciting because it is decided not by the jury, not by the judges, by you, the people. It's everyone from Twitter engagement. So get your friends, get your family to like, retweet, quote tweet, get them really pumped up and help you win that $5,000. Right. Okay. So let's go into your submission guidelines. So we will be submitting all over the projects on Lovable Launch. Please scan that QR code in the top left corner so you can find where Lovable launched is. This is where you will submit your project. This is the important part, okay? You're going to want to toggle to make sure that you are in the build competition. So there's a toggle at the top. You want to toggle it on so that you have for the build competition the right form. This is important because you can only submit every 12 hours. So you need to be sure before you submit that you are toggled. Next, you want to make sure your URL you are submitting ends with lovable.app. Unfortunately, We cannot accept custom domains right now, but you can use custom domains on Lovable. Don't forget. But for this competition, please submit your lovable.app and make sure that it is publicly accessible. This does not mean your project needs to be public. That can stay private so that your chat history is private. You need to publish in the top right corner of Lovable, publish and share with us that link that you get from publishing. Next, we want to do a less than 1 minute high quality video demo. We want it to be creative. We want you to have fun and show us what you built with Lovable, Anthropic, Sentry, Supabase, and 11 Labs. So make it fun, make it high energy. You do not have to have your camera on if you don't want to. We want to know what you built. And we want to also see at least 3 high quality screenshots. We want to see all the beautiful things you built. So make sure that they're high quality, that they're cropped properly, and that you put those into your submission. Also, make sure you fill out all of the info for your project overview. Everything is required. So you want to make sure that you're putting in all of the info. You spent a lot of hard time and work on this. So make sure that the judges know what you're doing. Next, let's talk about those track specific requirements, but I'm going to take a quick pause to see, are there any questions that have to do with these? Yes, I see someone saying, can we switch tracks? Yes, you can switch tracks. Okay. There's a spot when you submit where you select your track. So if you applied with startup and you want to switch to something 2.0, that is completely okay. You can do that. Yes. So let's get into those track specific requirements. So for the overall winner, that is selected by a jury from a top 10. So from the thousands of you who are submitting, we're going to narrow that down to a top 100, and then we're going to narrow that down again to a top 10 who will pitch live at our final competition from Stockholm, Sweden, which is exciting. Of course, you can join virtually. Yes, so it's scored across impact, technical implementation, creativity, and presentation. We want to see moonshot projects here, okay? We want to see whatever your wildest imaginations are. We want to see that in a Lovable project. Of course, you can just build a SaaS, but build a cool SaaS. This is supposed to be fun. Build a Studio Ghibli SaaS, okay? So for the startup, we need to know your problem statement. What problem is this startup solving? What is your solution description? How does your startup solve that problem? How are you going to make money? That's important. It's a startup. We want to know that this is a valid business and not just some toy. And what's the market opportunity? Are you building the next unicorn with Lovable? If you are, we want to know. Something 2.0. How can you take an original piece of software and reimagine it for today's age? LinkedIn 2.0, Twitter 2.0, Figma 2.0. Anything you can imagine. How can you make it unique? How are those features? Explain them to us. We would love to know how you made Figma and Lovable and how it's better now and how it's better than the original. You can also make a website. What's the purpose of your website? Is it just a landing page? Is it just somewhere for people to learn about your plant collection? Who's the target audience? Who do you want to come to your website? And we need to have some key interactive elements, some cool animations. Maybe you have a form for email, something just cool and fun that we can click on and do. We don't just want to read an essay, we want it to be fun. Also, what's your desired visitor actions? Is it for them to learn about something, to do something, etc.? So be sure to let us know. And then the last category is the people's choice. Everyone is eligible to win people's choice. You have to post your project on X and submit that link when you submit your project. You need to get as much love as possible from the X community. Tell everybody, your friends, your colleagues, your mother, your grandmother, your dad, your partner, your children, whoever. Tell everybody, scream it from the rooftops. Tell them you have a chance to win 5 grand. So make sure you're sharing, make sure you're engaging. All the details are, of course, in your project dashboard. So let's talk about, how do you actually go viral on X for people's choice? First and foremost, you want to keep it short. Don't write us a whole essay on X. X doesn't like that. Keep it short. This is what I did. This is why it's cool. Tag lovable underscore dev so that we can see your project. This is very important. Make sure to tag us on X. Click that, scan that QR code in that top left corner so you can tag us and follow us on X. No emojis, okay? The algorithm does not like emojis. It's not 2014. We don't need emojis anymore. Make sure you include an image or a video. I highly suggest a video that's visually appealing. Listen, if you want to skydive while showing off your Lovable project, we would love to see it. Please, somebody do that. Also, you want to make it easy for people to understand. The faster, the better. We don't want a 10-minute video. It needs to be less than a minute, okay? Quick bites for social media. We want people to know what you build and how. That's it. Awesome. So, some final housekeeping before we go into Q&A and get a word from our sponsors. First, join the Lovable Discord channel and the Build Competition channel for support. To join that channel, scan the QR code that's on the screen now. Discord is a lively place. It's a great community, and I often jump in the chat, and I'm happy to help people through their Lovable projects and their problems and just talk and hang out. That's what the community lead is for. So please join the Discord, ask your questions. The community is great. They're there to help. Also, make sure you join the top 10 finalist pitches live stream on April 2nd. You're not going to want to miss this. This is going to be great. We're going to have special presentations from, of course, the finalists, but also from our sponsors. We're going to have a lot of fun, so we don't want you to miss it. All the details and resources are on your participant dashboard, which we're going to go in right now. So let me share my screen for you. So here we have the participant dashboard. I'm going to refresh it because I want to know how many of you all. So make sure you click the build button, and then your dashboard will be to your time zone. I did not realize that there was daylight savings time. So the countdown clock is a little off for people who lost an hour, but it's okay. You still have your full 24 hours. It's fine. So in the top corner here, you can click startup and you can change your category. See, I changed my category. When you submit your project, click this big green link right here. Submit your project, and that will take you to the launch.lovable.dev/submit so that you can submit your project. We scroll down. We have different tabs for different information about the event. First, we have our overview. You can subscribe to our calendar so you get notification when different things happen, when we announce the top 100 finalists, when the submission deadline is, and when those final pitches and awards are. So make sure you subscribe. You can also see who the semifinalist jury members are, as well as the final round judges. You can see what they are. Down here, you have the competition tracks. You have startup, web app. You want to build a web app that solves a real problem, something 2.0, a new version of software, and a website. Yes, awesome. And you also have quick links down here at the bottom for joining our Discord community, going to Lovable, Anthropic's Cloud, Superbase, Sentry, 11 Labs, and EQT Ventures. If you're building a startup, you might want to check them out. Let's go to the next. We'll talk about submission guidelines. Now, I know a lot of people have been having some issues with this page in particular. This is not where you submit. Again, you submit, big green button here at the top. This is just to make sure that you have everything you need to submit. So, if you want to change your track so you have the most up to date submission guidelines, you want to click here, your track, and you want to change it. Startup, something 2.0, or website. Then you can click as you do things. Okay, I made sure my URL ends. I published my project. I have my video demo, etc., etc. And as you can see here, we have those track specific requirements, right? So for the website, you have that website purpose. You have the desired visitor actions. This is to keep you on track while you're building so that when you go to submit, you give your chest the best chance possible in order to win and succeed. We want everybody to win and succeed. We want to celebrate your success. Down here at the bottom is detailed judging criteria. This is what our judges will be looking for when they are scoring your project. So it's worth giving it a read. Next, here's your prize information. If you want a breakdown of what you get if you are to win, we have all of that information here, as well as the people's choice. This also explains how the finalists need to pitch. If you make the top 10, don't worry, we will go over this with you. So it's nothing to worry about now. Also, important, you can only win one award. So you cannot be people's choice and a track winner. You can either be people's choice or the track winner. So that is very important. You also cannot win a track and be the overall winner. So it's only one award per person, and that is in the important notes section down at the bottom. Next, rules. Okay. This is where you can find all your rules. Yes, you can compete in a team. Competing in a team, we only need to know the team members if you make the final 10. We'll send you an email and you can send them. Only one person from the team needs to submit a project. Also, this event is open to everyone. We were going to limit it only to 1,000 people, but why would we do that? We want everybody to build, launch, and win. We're so excited about all of the participation interest that we got, that we opened it up and we gave codes to everyone. Now, we gave codes to those who registered. Unfortunately, if you did not register by the deadline, you will not have received the email with the codes. But we did give it to everyone who registered, and we are very appreciative of all of the interest that we received. Also, down here at the bottom is the selection process on how we will be selecting those top 100, top 10, and the final judging criteria. If you click on next and resources, here's where you go and find the Discord community again. It's a great resource. Documentation for Lovable, for Anthropic Claude, Superbase, Sentry, and 11 Labs. Last is the discount code. This is where you find your 11 Labs promo code, and here are the directions you follow to use it. So make sure you're clicking on discount code, and it's right there at the top. We just discussed about the Lovable promo as well. So that is your participant dashboard. So excited. And now we're going to hop back into our presentation. And next, we're going to have a word from our sponsors. Wonderful. We're going to have a word from Christian Ryan from Anthropic.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Talisha. Super stoked to be here. Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Ryan. I work as a member of technical staff here at Anthropic in our applied AI team. Thrilled to be one of the judges for the finalist pitch on Wednesday. And yeah, I can't wait to see the creativity unfold here on this hackathon. I think from my end, just remember to use Lovable, 11 Labs, Claude to do the heavy lifting for you, focus on that creative process. And yeah, may the best idea and the best app win. See you guys soon. Thanks.
Hello, friends. My name is Cody, and I look after developer experience at Sentry. We're all really excited to see all the cool things you build this weekend. So go sign up for a free Sentry account, grab screenshots of your application and your Sentry config, grab replays, errors, traces, and post them up on social media and tag us. We can't wait to see whose project wins. See you all in the winner's circle. Good luck building.
Thank you to our fabulous sponsors, Lovable, Anthropic, Superbase, Sentry, 11 Labs, and EQT Ventures. We are so appreciative of your support for Lovable and the building community. Now we're going to go into Q&A. So there's been a lot in the chat, so I'm going to go through them. Again, please put your questions in the chat, prefix them with a Q and a colon so that we can easily see which ones are questions and which ones are just the chat so that we can get to everybody. So, first question, does it have to be an MVP or fully functional website with all the data? So, it can, of course, be an MVP, but you need to follow those submission guidelines for each track that you are in. So, again, make sure you're reading in your participant dashboard because it will say clearly what is expected of you. Okay, that's very important. Next question. Lovable free credit can't be applied by subscribe. I've to step up to upper plan. Yes, so if you are already subscribed and you registered on the Luma by the deadline, you have gotten an email from Luma describing how you apply those credits. So make sure maybe check your spam folder. But if you were registered by the deadline, you would have received that email. Okay, great. Let's see what other questions we have. Alrighty, let's see. Tehran says, do we get Anthropic API credits along with Lovable credits? Unfortunately, you do not. However, Anthropic API does offer new users $5 in free credits, which is more than enough to start your Lovable project for this competition. Yes. All right. Brandon is asking, I see the end time is 8 a.m. local time, but I'm just starting now at 2 p.m. Will there be a grace period so we can still submit by 8 a.m. in the latest time zone? Please submit before the application closes. Okay? It will be by 8 a.m. in your time zone. So just take that into consideration. But once the submission form is closed, it is closed. Okay? So, next question. Carlos asks, I missed the registration process. Can I still participate? Yes, you can, Carlos. Everybody can participate. Everybody is welcome. Just go to that participant dashboard and see all of the rules, all of the submission guidelines, and what you need to do to participate. To participate, you just have to do your submission on Lovable. We'd love to have you. Can you add payment methods? Yes, of course. Do it. Next question. Do we own 100% of the rights to our end product, or do we forfeit rights to Lovable or another entity by submitting it? You own your project 1000%. It is yours. You have proprietary IP, all of that jazz. We just ask when you submit, you give us permission to share it. So make sure you check that checkbox that says we have permission to share and amplify your project, but you own all of your code, all of your ideas, etc. We don't own any of that. If the project has to be public, does it mean anyone can remix and copy it? No. Your published link, again, must be public. The project itself can be private, meaning you don't have to let people remix and copy it. Okay? Now, Shreya, oh, I am so sorry. I definitely messed up your name. My apologies. In what format and where should we submit the project overview, track specific requirements, and technical implementation documents? Again, that is in Lovable Launched. That is where you will submit everything. So you want to go there. Again, it's in your participant dashboard. It's the big green button. All right, let's see what other questions we have. Next, do we have to use all of the integrations? If not, is there a benefit of using more than one? This is in your submission guidelines. You must use 2 of our sponsors. Okay, it could be any 2 that you want, but make sure you're using at least 2 of them. Is the 24-hour already started? Yes, it actually started for me yesterday because I'm watching all of the time zones, but it starts at 8 a.m. your local time. So 8 a.m. your local time, that's when the 24 countdown started. If you log into your participant dashboard, it is kind of to where your time zone is, except for that funny daylight savings time, but it'll show that 24 hours that you have left. Yes. Okay. If we already have a project we're working on, can we continue that? Or can we recreate that for some other niche? Yes, if you already have a project that you're working on, yes, you can continue that. It just must meet the submission guidelines. That is the important thing here. So if you made something previously that does not meet the submission guidelines, you can submit it, but you will not have a chance at winning. What do you mean OG image in the startup track requirement? So your OG image is your social media image when you share it on social media. So if you paste your link into Twitter, usually it pops up an embed. And by default, it will say a Lovable build project and it'll have a screenshot of Lovable. But we wanted to say your project and have a screenshot of your project. So we want to make sure that you're thinking about SEO and social media, and you're changing the title and your OG image. If you need help with that, one, hop in the Discord. Some people there who are willing to help. And number two, just ask Claude. Claude can definitely help you do that. And the third one, obviously, just ask Lovable. Lovable is always there to help. And you can do it in chat mode and say, hey, I'd like to change my OG image. And it will walk you through how to do that. Can you continue developing after submission? Of course you can. Yes, obviously. We want you to continue building your projects after this weekend. It should be something that you're passionate about, that you love doing. We would love to continue to see what you build. I will continue to support you as the community lead. Share it in the Discord. Come hop into the dev chat live where we're in the voice chat. Share your screen. We want to see what you build, and we want people to build really cool things. Can we switch competition tracks from what we indicated in the Luma sign up? Yes, of course. The important thing is when you submit your project on Lovable Launch, be sure that you select the appropriate competition track. This is very important as we are giving away $5,000 for each competition track. So make sure you click the appropriate competition track so you're entered in the correct category. How do I rewind this live stream? I missed the beginning. It's all recorded. So it will be posted on our YouTube after this. You can rewatch it. So don't worry, you'll have a chance to rewatch it and everything. Can we use Gemini API? Yes, of course you can. You can use whatever you want in your project. If you want to use Gemini, if you want to use Flux, if you want to use a banana. I don't know why you would want to use a banana, but you can as long as you follow those submission guidelines. Anything after that, have fun, be creative. What if my project is not complete? Can I still submit the project if not all ideas are complete? Yes, you can still submit the project if not all of your ideas are complete. Just make sure it follows the submission guidelines. So your MVP in this case should be everything on that checklist. Make sure you're checking it off and checking it twice, just like it's Christmas and you're Santa Claus. That was a bad analogy. I am so sorry. Any projects that the judges mentioned they look forward to? Any project you're particularly looking forward to? That is a great question. Oh my gosh. This is like, I'm stumped. But I will say the judges are looking for something amazing. They want to be blown away by what you can build giving these tools. So think of the craziest thing you've never been able to build before because maybe you're non-technical and you never could find someone to build it for you. Maybe people told you, oh, you can't do that. You're crazy. But now we have AI. Now we have Lovable. You're superhuman. full stack engineer. Put Lovable to work. Build something that will make people go, wow, that's what you should build. Who are you? I'm Talisha. What are your roles in Lovable? Are you the community manager? Yes, I'm the community lead. Cool background, by the way. Cool plants, good vibes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, so I'm Talisha for those just joining in. I talk really fast, so I did kind of speed run this opening ceremony, but that's okay because I'm still taking questions. I will be here taking questions until the very, very end. So this is the time. Ask your questions, okay? Ask them now. Hello, if we face a technical issue on the Lovable platform, like not able to display the preview link, who do we contact? Yes, join the Discord. Can we QR code in the corners? The QR code right here. So scan this QR code. Go Discord. Join Builder Challenge channel. Ask your questions there and support. Put a tag, describe it. We have some post guidelines so you can get the best help possible. If you follow those guidelines, it's much easier for us to help you. Jump in the builder chat, talk with the community. They're usually very, very helpful. Shout out to the Discord community. I will probably be in there after this live stream because they are my friends and I love them. Shout outs. What is the timeline? Is it possible to extend? We will not be doing extensions, unfortunately. However, if you want to know what the timeline is, go to, what is she going to say? Participant dashboard. Go to your participant dashboard. Right at the top there is the timeline, when your build time is, when you need to submit, when we're going to announce the top 100, we're going to announce the top 10, and when the finalists will be presenting. So make sure 99% of your questions are in that participant dashboard. Please go in there, read it over. If you still have questions, now is the time to ask them. Put them in the comments. Can you enter in more than one category? Yes, but you can only win once. If you want to submit 5 different projects, go for it. We want to see them. We also want to know, how did you build 5 different projects so fast? I would be curious to know. But you can submit as many as you want, but only one project can win. That is the important part. You cannot just, all of your projects cannot be in the top 10. That's not fair. But you can submit as many as you like. That's okay. Where do we get the cool, lovable swag from? This lovable swag? This lovable swag? You can't. It's exclusive, but we will be coming out with some Lovable merch very, very soon. That's why you need to follow us on Twitter, on LinkedIn, join our Discord, join the community, because we will eventually for the community and for all of the lovable people out there. In the submission, we don't have an email field. Where to enter this so that you can contact contestants. You're right. When you submit, you don't have an email field. You know why? Because when you submit on launch.lovable, you log in with your Lovable account, which will be in this corner. Not right now, but on launch.lovable, it's going to be in that top right corner. And you'll see that you're logged in, and we'll be able to contact you through that Lovable account. So make sure you're logged in with a valid Lovable account. That way, we can contact you. If we need more credits for Lovable for the hackathon, can we reach out to the team? Any contact info? If you need more credits for Lovable, you can always upgrade. It's prorated for whenever you start it. So you'll get your credits and you can upgrade as many times as you want. Hackathon question. After the top 100 are selected, will further progress be considered as judging moves forward, or what is submitted at the time of the deadline for the final work? So when the top 100 are selected, it will be what you submitted. So you will not be able to submit an update, okay? So if you make the top 100, 2 important things. First thing, make sure you share it on X, okay? Because if you make the top 100, you have a 1 in 100 chance of being in the top 10, okay? Especially for that people's choice to win $5,000. So again, share it with your friends, your family, your coworkers, your sister, brother, uncle, auntie, everybody. Share it. We want to see it. And tag us. Don't forget to tag us. That's important. But it will not be considered if you do additional progress, but it can be considered for the people's choice, because if you do something cool and you post it on X and it blows up, yeah, we're going to see it. Are there any age limits to enter the competition? No. If you are 12 and you win this hackathon, let me say, we're going to be blown away. If you're a crack 12-year-old, please enter. We want to see what you build. If you build something cool and blow our socks off, and especially you should compete against your parents. Okay? You and your parents both compete together and let's see who wins, because that would be really, really cool. Honestly, I want to see it. When using the Lovable feature, by default, are we using one of the sponsors, Anthropic Claude, correct? Oh, so you want to know what our models are. I'm not going to tell you. The secret. Shh. I'm kidding. No, when you use Lovable, it is an AI agent. So that means it is a combination of different models. So it's not just one. Now you know. Can we connect some Python code to your Lovable project? The answer is technically yes. You can do anything you want. Do we suggest you connect some Python code to your Lovable project? Not really. But you can. You can do whatever you want. Do the finalists have to pitch live, in person, or virtually? So the top 10, the top 10 finalists will pitch live from Stockholm, but virtually. So you don't actually have to come to Stockholm. But if you are close and you make the top 10, please come to Stockholm to pitch, because that will be really fun. I tried to get confetti, but they said no. So no confetti. But it will still be fun. It will still be fun. It'll still be fun. How many people signed up for the hackathon? Over 3,000. There was over 3,000 people who signed up. There are 2,377 people watching this live stream. So this is a really big hackathon. This is a big event. You want to put your best foot forward. Also, listen, don't get me fired, but if somebody films a video of y'all like parasailing and on Lovable, I will send you some swag. Listen, I will send you some swag. A whole box of Lovable swag. Please, somebody do it. Somebody do it. If we don't use X, is that okay for the other categories besides people's choice? Yes. Yes, of course. Yeah. It only really, really matters for people's choice. So if you don't use X and you don't want to be considered for people's choice, that's okay. You will still be considered for the other track categories as well as the other overall winning prize. Wonderful. Okay, looks like we have maybe 15 minutes left. I'm still here answering questions. I am also able to go back and do anything over if you need it. Where can we get our Claude API keys? That is a great question. To get your Claude API keys, you're going to want to go into your participant dashboard, and then you're going to want to click on the Anthropic Claude documentation, because I actually don't know exactly where to get them from, but the documentation will. So read that documentation. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Can I create cybersecurity related apps? Yeah, that would be super cool. Honestly, please do it. Again, we want to see really cool projects. So whatever you want to make, if you can make it, do it. We want to see it. Awesome. So I think that is all the questions we've had. If you have any other questions, please put them in the chat. Make sure you put a Q and then the little things, and I'll take a few more questions and then we'll wrap it up. But again, make sure you join our Discord here. I hang out there probably more than I should, but I hang out there a lot. I'm always happy to answer questions, to be of help, to help you debug anything. Catch me. I'm usually in one of the voice chats, so I'm super happy to help. Also, the community is the best community in AI, hands down. They are always down to help somebody who wants to build. Okay, I see we got a few more questions. All of us judges are so excited to see what everybody feels. Cody is a judge, y'all. So I'm glad that he's excited. I'm excited. I get overexcited and then I start talking fast. So if I talk too fast, please someone put it in the chat. Talisha, slow down. But I'm so excited. Yes, Cody. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to Century. Also, they're giving out the coolest swag. Okay. You want to win that Century swag because it is so cool. Okay, it looks like a rock band. I love it so much. I want it. They should. Can I win? Cody, can I win? Send me some swag. Okay, let's see. Next question. Can I use Anthropic via Open Router? Would that count as two combined with Supabase? That's a good question. You can use Anthropic in Open Router. I do believe Open Router is where it switches between models. I don't know if that would. Oh, okay. You're saying if you use Anthropic via Open Router with Supabase, does that satisfy the two? Yes. As long as you're using that, as long as it routes to Anthropic, then yes. Is video demo mandatory? Yes. Yes, it is. We want to see the videos. We want to see them. Give us the videos. We want to see them, please. So, yes, it is mandatory. You don't have to be in the video, though, y'all. You can just do a screen recording, clicking on things, showing us how it works. That's okay. That's fine. Can we consider LinkedIn also for people's choice? Ooh, unfortunately not, because we have to like manually look at these. So please just put it on X. It's easiest for us. There's like almost 3,000 of y'all. So if you put it on LinkedIn and X, it would just be really hard and people would get lost. So please just put it on X or Twitter. Should we sleep or build all night long? No sleep. Build. you obviously you can sleep, but don't sleep because your competition isn't sleeping. So build, 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 launch, win. Yes. There's a chance to make videos and pitch in different languages. Oh, interesting. Yes, you can pitch in different languages, but we speak English, so you should speak in English probably. You have a higher chance of winning. So just consider that when you're making your video. How to make project public but not remixable. So if you go into your project settings, which is in the top left corner, click on the heart, click on project settings, and then it's going to be a little drop down on the side, project settings again. Scroll down to the bottom. You can click public or private. Click private. I know this is a lot of words, but this is how you do it. Click private. Then you go back to your project. In the top right corner, click the publish button, and it will be public where other people on the internet can see it, but you will not be able to remix your project. So that's how you do it. If that was confusing, Discord. Could you high level the most important things to do to be qualified? Yes, high level. Submit on launched.lovable.dev/submit. That's it. Just submit your project. That's all. Do-do-do. Can you talk about user registration requirement? Does the app have to open to new user signups? So for the user registration requirement, it just needs to work. So you don't have, if you don't want everybody to be able to sign up, then you just need to make sure that in your submission you put like a demo or judges sign in like username and password so that the judges can test it, because you're not going to do very well if the judges can't actually test and use your project. So you're going to want to at least have like a demo or a backend or something so that the judges can go in and play around and see what you did. Does the video have to be funny? No. I think I'm just funny. But it doesn't have to be funny. It can be serious. Again, you do not have to be in the video if you don't want to show your face, if you just want to do very technical overview, screen recording. It's whatever you want. If it is funny, though, you probably will have a better chance of winning people's choice. Maybe your video should be like all Studio Ghibli. Everything is Studio Ghibli. Okay. I'm Studio Ghibli. You're Studio Ghibli. We're all Studio Ghibli. If you don't get that reference, you probably touch grass today. Whoever creates Lovable clone using Lovable, that would be really cool. If you can do it, do it. What time does it end? 8 a.m. Your time. Whenever that is. Yep. Is it true you can use pre-existing projects for this competition? Yes. Why? Because at Lovable, you can remix projects, which is basically a pre-existing project. I was working on a freelance job platform project for this past couple of weeks, but I didn't think I could use it. I thought it had to be a new one. No, you can use it. Also, oh my gosh, I have something very special for you all. Okay? It's very exciting, and it's going to happen now. It's happening. It's happening.
Yes.
It's happening. It happened.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say, so excited to see everyone build with AI today. It's a new age that we're entering where more people can create, and I mean that's why we started Lovable. I'm Anton, the founder of Lovable, and I think it's worth to emphasize something that I think can talk a lot to Caroline and Talisha about, which is that what it's about when you build software and you build with AI, the outcome you want is not like, oh, I build something cool with technology, but it's to build products that humans really like. And then that's what the name comes from in the company, Lovable. And I think that's what everyone here has been working really hard on, or is starting to work on really hard for the hackathon. And I'm excited to see what's the outcome from all of it. That's what I wanted to share, and I'm excited to see the results. And I'll be following along in Discord and everything. You might see me popping in somewhere.
Surprise! I brought Anton. Okay, he brought himself, but surprise! We're so happy to have you.
Thank you, Talisha.
You're welcome. So I told y'all I would have a surprise for you all if you joined, and it was Anton. Yay! So we're almost done here. It looks like we have maybe 10 minutes. So I'll take just a few more questions, and then of course, join us on Discord. I like to hang out there. We have support there to help you with anything you may need. Make sure you join the Builder Challenge channel, and we'll help you out here. So let's answer a few more questions before we wrap it up. If your site uses Lovable on Netlify, is that acceptable for the submission of running on Lovable? It is, but you want to submit the Lovable link, not the Netlify link. So just be mindful of that. The checklist includes team information and contributions included. Where do you add this information? Just in the general description, you can just say, hey, these people help with these. It doesn't have to be super fancy. How long does the demo have to be? Less than a minute. Yep. Keep it short, keep it sweet. How do you know if you are signed up? I got a Luma code, but not sure if I used it. So you're signed up because you got a Luma code, but also everybody can participate. So it's okay if you missed registration. Just submit to Lovable Launched and you're good to go. Could you clarify the question about satisfying 2 combined with Supabase or routing to Anthropic? The end product has to use at least 2 of the sponsor's products. Yes. So to clarify, the user was asking if they use Anthropic inside of a wrapper called Open Router, does that satisfy the sponsor requirement of using Anthropic? It does if you put your Anthropic API key in. Then you used it. You can use it on whatever you like. If you want to wrap it up in something, that's fine. You just have to use at least 2 and just tell us how you used it. So if we see there's a chat somewhere then we'll know that you used it. Or if it's less obvious, just describe it to us. I'm autistic and I was nervous and trembling in the video. Could that be a problem? No, of course not. Everybody's welcome at Lovable. Don't be nervous. Also, you don't have to have a video. Also, we love you and you're doing great. So, no, it's okay. It's not a problem. And I don't know, what is being not so cool? I'm not cool. I'm weird. And that's okay because everybody is different in their own unique ways. So just do your video how you feel. Is there a way to have more than one person work on a project? How do I give access to my partner? Sorry if you answered this already. It's okay. So if you want to have more than one person work on a project, what you do is you remix that project. So you got to make sure that your project is public. Okay, in your project settings, make sure it's public. And then you send that link to your teammate. They click remix and they can pick up where you left off at. Okay. I always suggest when you're working in a team to have one person be the driver and one person be the passenger. So one person gets prompting while the other person gets researching, drafting prompts, they're looking at the UI, they're testing. And actually that is a really good like flow because I always wonder what people do when the AI is like coding for you. I mean, I get on X, but maybe don't do that. Maybe have a teammate and then they like test and give you feedback so that you're working. But that is all of the questions we have. That's all of the time we have. I so enjoyed all 2,720 of you who joined for the Build Launch Win Hackathon with our fabulous sponsors. Please join the Discord. I will be there. Maybe not next. I'm kind of thirsty, but later I will be there. I'm happy to answer any questions. Also, if you're in Discord, please don't tag everybody on the staff. Just put your questions and we will get to them. Make sure you use the actual tags like this is a question, this is for Anthropic, this is for 11 Labs. That way it makes it easier for us to triage them. But don't just like spam tag us. That's so not cool and not lovable. So please don't do that. But I always want to help. I always want to answer your questions and I always want to hang out. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We're so excited to see what you build and happy building.